Richards and Robinson have been really good as a pair. So it'd be one thing if you've got a long list of center backs that are all battling and making it hard for you to pick the first starting two. I think McKenzie, there's some players that I think have a chance to step to that next level to make that a possibility, but I think the formation change is going to be the big answer.
Here's Luna on halfway. Tried the little flick, but it didn't come off as Elvedi, the Borussia Mönchengladbach man, brings it forward. Teammate of Joe Scalise, the US international who hasn't been called up for this camp. Ream stepping forward. Tim Ream starting the games against Costa Rica in January, then Panama in the Nations League. Muheim will take the throw here. Xhaka. A little sloppy from Switzerland. They've passed the ball into touch a couple of times now in the last few minutes. Ream's ball forward. Johnny Cardoso out to the far side. Tolkin is able to bring this one under control on halfway. Some movement on the Switzerland bench. They made 2 changes at the break. There will be more coming. Here's Harriel looking to get in past Ndoye down the right side. Harriel's ball in towards Tillman. Tillman with a cross-field switch, trying to find Johnny Cardoso over there on that far touchline. Zimmerman. Now McKenzie. Could be a 3rd straight win for Switzerland here, and a 4th straight defeat for the United States. Able to get it away. Switzerland got to bring in Lucas Blondell. This ball's played into the middle. Luna with a little flick. Djibril Sow getting set to come in also. Xhaka and Schmidt will be the 2 players leaving the game. Blondell will come in for Schmidt. It's a straight swap at right back. Boca Juniors player. Got an assist on the 4-2 goal at the weekend against Mexico. Mauricio Pochettino making 5 changes at half-time as his side trailed by 4-0. Yashari through the midfield. Wide to the left it comes from Muheim. He's got support from Ndoye down the left touchline. 24-year-old Bologna man in towards Embolo. Embolo getting his 18th career international goal tonight on cap number 77. Xhaka.
Ndoye and Benzabi not having as much fun this half. Now they're picking up the ball and they still have a little bit of space, but just the posture, the help. Defenders coming from the U.S., they're just way more capable of keeping that ball moving in front of them and pushing it negative.
Shari floated out to the far side. Tolkin can intercept and get the header forward for Diego Luna. Luna turns well, held off the challenge, almost got a foul, but play continues anyway because Cardoso pushes it out towards the right, gets it back and finds Harriel. Walker Zimmerman. Ream down the left for Tolkin, closed down by Manzambi, who has his first international goal on the night. The 19-year-old from Freiburg. McKenzie for Harriel down the right side. Closed down quickly here by Muheim. Tillman shakes off the challenge of Yashari. McKenzie, the high ball forward towards Luna. He nods it into the path of Agyemang. Tolkin's coming in at the back post unmarked. Agyemang might try and get a shot away. Picked up by Cardoso. Now it's Harriel down the right side. Support from Sebastian Berhalter. US with a period of possession here.
Yeah, much better from the US.
Can they find a way through, though? McKenzie. Mbolo chasing. McKenzie pushing the ball forward for Harriel. Harriel with the first-time cross, driven in towards the penalty spot. Ream got there. Luna with a nice little touch forward for Tolkin. Comes back for Diego Luna. The block coming in there from Gartenmann, who came on for Akanji at half-time in the centre of the Swiss defence. Johnny Cardoso.
Trying to get behind the U.S. Just giving them some love after a good stint here. Seeing the commitment, the work rate. And they're starting to establish a little bit of rhythm. Make life difficult for Switzerland.
It's a lovely crossfield ball from McKenzie there to pick out Tolkin. Johnny Cardoso over there on the far side as well, but this one is out for a Swiss throw. And here come the two subs. Lucas Blondell, the Boca Juniors man. He'll be here for the Club World Cup in this stadium. This side plays Auckland City. They've also got Benfica and Bayern in the group. They'll play those games in Miami. Fourth cap for Lucas Blondell. Djibril Sow also coming in. So not coming in just yet, as there's a player down. I think it's Elvedi. Has Mauricio Pochettino got what he wanted from the halftime changes?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could say Switzerland are comfortable, they're moving back in a defensive posture, but from the first whistle, and I'm going to sound like a broken horse, but I'm sorry. Seen the game at every level, played the game at every level, and it is not a talent gap that created the easy walk in the park for Switzerland in the first half. Right? That's part of it, but that was individual players one by one pressing at 75%, and it was a shadow drill for Switzerland. Second half, right from the first whistle, pressing, the first player with intensity and multiple players committing to that press at the same time. That's not caps, that's not ability on the ball, that's not composure. It's just a commitment to be tough to play against. And so he's seen that in the second half, combined with the added quality and experience where they've created some good chances.
So Granit Xhaka's night is over as he makes way.
I think I did say broken horse. That's a new saying.
Someone just asked if you had said broken horse.
Beat a dead horse, broken.
Beat a dead horse, broken record.
I'm just going to combine those two things because
broken
so
horse. That's fine.
That's how bad it's been. I'm just putting those two together.
Kyle Martino, the broken horseman.
There's a new level of disappointed. The second half has been good for sure.
Up it comes towards Mbolo with a little flick forward for Manzambi. Manzambi into space here for Ndoye. And Ndoye racing at the US back line. It's Dan Ndoye straight at Turner. I mean, those three in the first half, Manzambi on the right, Ndoye on the left, and Mbolo up top, the US just couldn't contain them.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big positive, is we've seen them get on the ball. We haven't seen them create anything. I mean, it's been a frustrating second half. That was probably one of their most favorite first half performances of their career. I mean, they just got to get on the ball and almost like a 1v1 drill, taking people on all game long.
It's Manzambi that is down injured. He scored the 4th goal in the 36th minute.
What talent he is.
Found a lot of joy running down the right at Arston in that first half. Came on late in the game against Mexico at the weekend for his debut, but certainly one to keep an eye on. Switzerland, one of 6 European nations to qualify for the last 5 World Cups. Their World Cup qualifying starts in September because they're in a 14 group. They'll be the highest ranked team in that group. Murat Yakin's side are 20th in the world rankings. They'll play against 28th ranked Sweden, 51st ranked Slovenia, and also Kosovo, who are ranked 97. Another change coming. Zeki Amdouni will be coming in for Switzerland. Amdouni spending this season on loan from Burnley at Benfica, from a Turkish youth international. Scored within 2 minutes of coming on at the weekend, Amdouni, for his 11th career international goal. Muhai turning here against Berhalter, who fouls. The US unbeaten in their last 6 in Nashville, back to a loss against Paraguay in 2011. It's their 10th game in the city, 8 of the previous 9 coming at Nissan Stadium. Burrell and Menda will also be coming in, as well as Zeki Amdouni. It's out of play for a throw. A little over 20 minutes for the US to try and at least get a goal here. And it's with Diego Luna. Switzerland with everybody back behind the ball here as Cardoso helps it on towards Tim Ream. Down the left side for Tolkien. Tim Ream at 37 years of age. He's captained the team 6 times under Mauricio Pochettino. Just getting back to fitness the last couple of weeks after missing time with a thigh injury. Berhalter, back it comes for Tillman. Berhalter finds Tillman. Mauricio Pochettino said he was happy with Tillman at the weekend, and Tillman gets on the ball here but couldn't hit the target. He said he's told players like Tillman, if you play well, you will keep playing. And he did it. He said that in reference to the fact that Tillman often finds himself behind other players.
This would have been a gorgeous goal, and I love that he tried. It definitely doesn't connect with it the way he wants, and Adjiman frustrated. But I mean, last game we saw Tillman move up a little bit, and obviously some consistency with the club, and coming into the national team and demonstrating like he did last game, that whether he's getting assists or goals, obviously he's got to contribute from the midfield, but there was just a work ethic, a quality, a commitment from him last game that just showed he's moving his game just a little notch higher, and yeah, there's a ton of potential with Tillman. I mean, he's a delightful player. We just haven't seen it consistently enough with the U.S. So far, 2 good performances in a row.
We're going to see a debut coming up very shortly for Damian Downs for the United States.
Entering the match number 23, Zeki Amdouni.
So Amenda comes in at the back for Nico Alvedi. Both of the central defenders have now left the game. Switzerland starting with Akanji of Man City and Alvedi as well. Akanji went at half-time. Damien Downs will be coming in. Plays for FC Cologne in Germany. 20-year-old German-born, moved to Texas at the age of 1. Played for both the US and Germany under 20s. This is Mackenzie. Amenda. Forward towards So. Amenda back all the way towards Kobel. The Coca-Cola send-off match on TNT is presented by Coca-Cola, proud partner of US Soccer. US opening the Gold Cup on Sunday against Trinidad and Tobago in San Jose. This ball played forward down the left side for Ndoye. Mackenzie coming across is able to clear it away. And while the biggest picture is a year out from the World Cup, we're now talking a few days from the start of a major tournament and a chance to win a trophy with the Gold Cup. So what does a night like this do for this group ahead of that opener in the Gold Cup on Sunday?
I mean, it definitely takes some players out of contention for the ones that are going to start that game and be the group that he counts on. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to see as many changes. I mean, he's going to find a group and he's going to stick with it. So, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly of these two games, I think, was really to lock in for Mauricio Pochettino what is the core group he's going to count on in this tournament.
Played forward there towards Embolo from Manzambi. Manzambi continues the run forward. Embolo rolls it into the path of Amdouni. And here comes another debut for the United States. A little over 15 minutes remaining in Nashville, not the situation that Damien Downs would have wanted to begin his US career. But one debutant replaces another as Sebastian Berhalter, on his first appearance for the US men's national team, makes way for Damien Downs. Downs tied for the team lead in scoring as Cologne were promoted to the Bundesliga. Had 10 goals in 29 league appearances. They finished top, 2 points clear of second-placed Hamburg. Here's Embolo. Embolo's ball through towards the edge of the area, couldn't find Amdouni. Tillman, now for Luna. The space opens up a little bit as Luna makes his way through the midfield, finds the ball to Tolkien. Downs is in the middle, Adjiman there as well. Tillman at the back post, but Tolkien couldn't put it on the head of any of them.
Really well done by Luna in transition there. Lovely pirouette. I mean, he's made a big difference in the second half. I really do think, you know, Glenn and Luna, I mean, those are two players that I feel like are demonstrating to Pochettino that they're ready to be with the big group, ready for the big time. And I still think there's more to come from those two players. I think that as they get with the stars that aren't here, as they get moments to really demonstrate their quality, their capability, their consistency, it's going to be great to see them when the big guys are around.
Down the right side, Manzambi couldn't find a way through this time. This is Downs. Downs pushing it forward towards Tillman. This is Harriel. Now Tillman backwards towards Mackenzie. Harriel, who's having a good season with Philadelphia Union, at the top of the Eastern Conference in Major League Soccer. Reams ball down the left side, and this is Luna. Would be the third time the US have failed to score under Mauricio Pochettino, unless they can find something here in the final quarter of an hour. Luna, the fancy footwork down the left side, keeps possession. Tolkin back towards Ream. They failed to find the net in October. Pochettino's second game in charge, the much-changed side in the 2-0 loss in Mexico, and they also couldn't score against Panama, the 1-0 defeat in the CONCACAF Nations League semi-final in March. It's Tolkin away down the left side. He tried to pull it back for Adjiman. It's headed behind there by Gartenmann.
Yeah, Tolkin's been a handful. I mean, tremendous work rate from the moment he's come on, but he's found those little pockets. Hasn't been able to connect that final pass, but definitely a threat.
First corner of the game for the US, and it's taken quickly here. In towards Luna. Luna skips by one, then the second runs into Embolo. Downs pushing for it on the edge of the box, but cleared away by Murheim up towards halfway. And Ndoye chasing. Gets away from Tim Ream. There's not much support in the middle. And Dooney coming in now towards the back post, but Ndoye might try and go all the way himself. Creates the space for a shot, chips it in, but it's headed away by Zimmerman. Comes back out here for Manzambi, and Manzambi over the bar. The first time since 2007 that the US will have lost 4 games in a row. Then they lost 5. 3 in the Copa America with what wasn't their A team, and then they lost against Sweden and Brazil. But they've only ever lost 4 in a row at home twice. The last time was 1988. Adjiman. You are just joining us, it was 4-0 at half-time. Ndoye in the 13th minute, Abisher in the 23rd, and Embolo in the 33rd, and then Manzambi's first international goal in the 36th. And as we saw at the weekend, they conceded twice in the space of 2 minutes 20 seconds. This time it was 2 minutes 55 seconds for goals 3 and 4. Remo Freuler is getting set to come in for Switzerland, who have one additional substitution to be made because there was an earlier sub that was a concussion sub. Cardoso backwards towards Ream. Zimmerman. Third appearance of the year for Zimmerman, who started in January against Costa Rica in the January camp. He's played in the last 3 games for Nashville after 7 out with a concussion. This time Zimmerman looking long down the left. Tolkin chasing forward. Gets there against Blondell. Tolkin, lovely skill, he's fouled, is he? Nothing given by the referee. The fans behind there can't believe that the referee, Andrew Samuel, did not give a free kick after that lovely piece of skill from Tolkin, who is still pounding the ground and just getting back to his feet now. The press coming here from Adjiman.
Looked like a foul from here.
This is Embolo. Manzambi. Support from Murheim down the left. Closed down by Harriel. And then Tillman. McKenzie pushed forward towards Luna in the midfield. Luna finds Adjiman. Tolkin in space down the left side. Inside the final 9 minutes plus stoppage time. Luna looks up, surveys the situation, tries to pick out the crossfield ball for Harriel, who will just keep it in play.
Take him on.
Mackenzie. Now Tillman down the right side. Johnny Cardoso finds Harriel. And Bolo with the challenge. He's got the captain's armband on since the departure of Granit Xhaka midway through the second half. And Ndoye under pressure from Mackenzie. Muheim down the left side, goes all the way back to his keeper. Wandel has not had to make a save so far tonight. No shots on target for the United States. Luna through for Tillman. And Ndoye snapping at his heels, but Tillman finds the ball through, couldn't get it back from Downs. And Ndoye up towards halfway, and Bolo has made the run through the middle. Ream read it well, stepped in and is able to gain possession. Here's Ream. Now Luna. Is that a foul this time? Yes, it is. Agyemang pulled down by Amenda. And a chance here for a free kick, but not before Remo Freuler comes in. The Bologna man, 33-year-old, coming in for an 80th cap. Started all of the games for Switzerland in the last 2 Euros and the 2022 World Cup. Scored a big goal against Italy in the round of 16 in the 2-0 win last year. Goal against Serbia in the final group game at the World Cup in 2022. Freuler comes in with the game long since having ended as a contest. Just about at halfway in the match between Mexico and Turkey. Mexico leading that one by 1-0. Mexico looking to rebound after that 4-2 loss to this Swiss side last weekend. Mackenzie, now Zimmerman. Turner moves the ball across towards Mackenzie. Matt Turner getting the start tonight. After Matt Freese was in goal at the weekend against Turkey. This is Luna. Lovely play from Diego Luna. Agyemang will chase, but that one will just roll out of play. Mauricio Pochettino wants the throw, but the assistant gives it in the other direction. And Amenda will leave this one for Muheim.
I'd imagine he's got to be satisfied and like the response he got in this second half. I've seen some nightmares about the first half, but definitely has seen good performances. I mean, Diego Luna has been excellent. Intensity's been there. Haven't created a lot of clear chances, but definitely have been competing and have kept, well, most importantly, Switzerland from generating anything, especially through those wide areas where they were so lethal in the first half.
This is game number 10 for Mauricio Pochettino. It would be 5 wins now and 5 defeats. He lost the last time he coached in Nashville as well, although that was a pre-season game with Spurs in 2017 against Manchester City across town at Nissan Stadium. Man City winning that one by 3-0. Here's Damian Downs. Johnny Cardoso makes the challenge. Ream plays it forward for Tillman. Harriel in space down the right side. Agyemang. And a free kick for the foul by Amenda. Agyemang has just been a handful for Switzerland. His hold-up play, his strength,
He's been an option in those channels too. And a lot of times, just rather than staying central, just flying out to the flanks. And it's such a tough ball when you have your back to a defender that is pressing you. He's never lost the ball in this situation. He does really well to draw a foul.